So yesterday, I thought I was gonna do my last Five Nights at Freddy's review, but I accidentally jumped into the arms of feral furries, and we got derailed for about 40 minutes. Insert clip, please. I lost count. I lost count. Mods! They already. Stop! The fucking rusty. Okay, you guys hit it. You guys hit it. Oh. So now we're back because there's still at least 1 or 2 games in this fucking thing that I have to go through. So we ended Security Breach with the endoskeleton of the Mimic that can like mimic anything and everyone and become your dad and fuck your mom or whatever.
His name was Edwin, he made the Mimic. But then something went so wrong, now he sings this stupid song.
So, from what you guys told me yesterday, Help Wanted was like literally Fazbear Entertainment being like, oh look, no children ever got murdered at that restaurant. We made a game to make fun of it, ha 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 ha. Apparently there's another one. Yar mateys. This one actually feels like Foxy in his prime. I know it's still kind of like fucked underneath the coat, but it's a little bit closer to what Foxy probably looked like before he got fucking busted. His head looks fairly neat. Although this one is shiny, I was expecting this one to be fuzzy. The coat is really nice, really well tailored, really fun colors, but underneath that coat, there is the unmistakable wear and tear that Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics are so well known for. The rusted elements, the exposed endoskeleton. Underneath it, it's a little bit sharper, it's a little bit scarier, it's a little bit more unhinged. But at a glance and from far away, Captain Foxy looks pretty normal until you look down and you realize that his feet are exposed. I would say it's a decent design, but some of these are starting to feel like gacha skins as opposed to like actual animatronics. So let's see. Carnie. They spelled Freddy wrong. You know how like sometimes when you like find Chinese bootleg products, they draw some shit intentionally wrong so they don't get sued? This is that, but by the same company. It looks kinda zoobied out, and it's not quite as imposing as other FNAF animatronics, that's for sure. It's also not quite as like rusty and worn down. I would not say that Carnie's jump scare worthy, not even a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of like Freddy's cousin who's actually never gone to jail. Does this even have a jump scare?
There's also FNAF World if no one told you.
Oh, I know about FNAF World. I don't think... Did we include FNAF World in this? No, we did not. Since it's just chibi versions of everybody, we decided not to. That's not at all scary, by the way. I like the sunken eyes, and it's a pretty decent color scheme, but like, otherwise really unassuming. Kind of boring. Jackie in the box. Ooh, I love this. If you would have told me this is FNAF, I would not have believed you. Because this feels like from an entirely different type of fucking scary game. I like that even though this should be very friend-shaped, its shape language is intentionally very angular, right? So nothing about this should be scary to you. It's a puppet that comes out of a box, no problem. But we're playing on some horror design elements here that actually benefit it. Extra long, kind of gaunt face. Really exaggerated facial features. Huge smile with a lot of teeth. Really eyes that are not facing in the same direction. And the incredibly long, angular limbs. It looks like it's about to jump out at you. Even the fingers seem to be even like curled inwards. Also, like the braids are pointed out and the triangle is actually pretty intense. This is a character that it's not designed to be scary, but it is scary depending on where you run into it. It's not broken down, it's not rusted, it's not like gross, but it's playing into the fear of clowns, first thing, and second, it's using other horror things to its advantage. Horror doesn't always have to be Silent Hill scary.
Jackie is not made by the Fazbear Company. There's going to be a few like that coming up.
Oh, is that a lore thing? Like, legit? Oh, I love that, though. Thanks so much for the super. You wanna know what I actually like? I never thought I would say this about FNAF. Like, holy shit. How the fuck does the FNAF team have this much insight into character design? They actually have some really good designers, I'm sorry. I thought that most of these were gonna be garbage, and I was gonna be having the roast of the century and an amazing time making fun of this shit. I've been humbled. Because knowing lore-wise that this is actually not a FNAF animatronic and having its fucking entire shape, language, and design in general be that different is genius. Of course it's not a Fazbear thing. Fazbear has its own design language, this does not. It's still scary, mind you, but having an in-story reason for why it looks that different is genius. You look at it closely and it's much more ornamental than the Fazbear animatronics. The Fazbear animatronics don't have this much detail. They don't have clothing patterns like this, they don't have the ruffles. Even the box that Jackie's in is way more embellished and there's way more attention to detail. almost artisan. Whereas the animatronics for FNAF are colder. They're a little bit more corporate. So it's actually really interesting to see that in-game we have a reason for this. I'm genuinely floored by as how time has progressed. Even though the games might not be the best, the character designs are gaining momentum. The Mimic costume, oh no. And then we have the opposite side of horror, the horror in your face horror, right? If you want a breakdown of what can make something really, really scary when it comes to character design, and when it comes to horror in general, there's a few elements you can follow. The first one is, you have to embrace the uncanny valley. You have to make something that looks like a face, but is not a face. It's off-putting, it's not normal. Elongate them, make them wider, make them weird. Make it something that, like, from far away, it looks like a face, but as soon as you zoom in, it's like, ah! The second is you have to keep the fucking shapes in mind. I've talked about shape language before on this channel, about how certain shapes can, like, invoke certain feelings. Like how circles are friend-shaped, squares are, like, really strong, stoic, stubborn, and triangles convey a lot of intensity, but also erraticness. And that erraticness can often be something that people are afraid of. So the design has a lot of triangles, for example. Sharp claws, sharp teeth. And another thing for horror is, you have to make it feel unsafe. Humans often don't feel safe in environments that are too cluttered, not well kept at all, dirty especially, like rusted over, and just uncomfortable, oppressive. They feel like places that you should not be in. A good example for this is Silent Hill 2. The environments in the remake were actually really, really great because they were rusted over, disgusting. I did not want to be there. And this is a character that I do not want to be anywhere near. The color schemes also need to be super desaturated, if possible, dark and oppressive, okay? And those are usually the basic tenets you need to follow if you want to make something scary. So, FNAF actually likes to bastardize cute things and make them scary, but they do follow horror design rules. And they follow them pretty well. Maybe at first it wasn't as clear-cut, but as the games have progressed and, like, Scott found his own and actually has, like, a design team, I'm assuming, they've really, really nailed the principles. The jump scares are not scary, but with the right atmosphere and music, FNAF could actually be downright horrifying.
His name was Mimic, no he was not nice. He would shoot you in the face till you died in disgrace.
The Mimic murned. Okay, this is like a merge of a bunch of animatronics, including like a testing animatronic. The eyes are horrific. I think we're leaning more into sci-fi now with the horror as opposed to just the haunted children bit, you know? This definitely feels like an AI gone rogue. Like, this animatronic suit is definitely missing parts. It's kind of like the Mimic fucking scrounged up anything he could find for this. I love the Chica face on the side, especially, because that makes it feel like he just grabbed it and, like, fucking tacked it onto his face. It has Fazbear parts, it has Foxy parts, it has test animatronic parts. It's a very creative way to show that this character is kind of like an amalgamation of things, and it likes to mimic things. This is also, like, part of Bonnie's face, I believe, but upside down. This is horrific. Absolutely disgusting. I do find this kind of scary. I would not like to run into this in a dark room. Jackie, out of the box. Oh. Remember when I said that the design for this was not meant to be scary, but it could be? Yeah. There's an old Japanese urban legend about a girl who got hit by a subway train and lost her legs, and now she crawls around, like, the tracks chasing people. This is what it reminds me of! They just made the sclera black. They cut off the box, and they made the fucking position way more angular and a little bit more off-putting, and that's it! It's awful. Terrible. Do not want to run into this at all. But it also has, like, a more worn-down version. Oh, no. Oh, God. Without the nose, it's even... Ugh. It reminds me of the puppet, but it's way worse. And, like, I imagine the lighting in this game isn't very bright, either.
90% of the enemies in the game is just the Mimic in a costume, including this one.
Oh, that's horrifying. Jackie, go back in the box, please. Elephant Mascot. Oh, no, I don't like this at all. Ooh. Ugh. Why is this giving, like, aggressive serial killer vibes? When you're crafting an outfit, usually you will draft your pattern on muslin, right? It's a type of fabric, so that you can cut it, you can pin it on a mannequin, you can, like, do adjustments, and you're not wasting your final fabric. Because oftentimes, the actual fabric you're going to use to craft a garment is going to be pricey, especially high-quality stuff. What I think that the elephant mascot on the right is that draft. And then next to it, you have the final thing, which, the children would scream. Wave, insert clip of a child crying.
Hey Chris, what are you playing? Ah, shit. Now my cousin Joey's gonna have nightmares for a week.
The shape language is nice and round and friend-shaped, but the face is so intensely disfigured and disgusting. And the color scheme is so drab and reminds you of drowned corpses that, like, ew! I don't know who did the design work for Secret of the Mimic, but, like, may I just say, my compliments to the chef, you fucking cooked. This is a phenomenal set of designs so far. Nothing has felt stale, nothing has felt boring, everything has felt incredibly uneasy. Now, I genuinely wish that you would put the jump scares down and make an actual atmospheric horror, because I can guarantee you, it would scare the living piss out of people. I think Mimic actually accomplishes that. It's best, not the best, but atmosphere and tension are way higher than Security Breach. Now I'm really curious. Can I play Secret of the Mimic without playing the other ones? Did I hear someone would, or was that just me? Do not would the elephant. You could, okay, I'm considering it. I can be swayed into fucking playing a game if the character designs are that baller, I'm sorry. Penguin Mascot, oh god. Jesus Christ, you're giving me a Michelin star meal of spooky. Why is FNAF designs this good? Who are you and what have you done with Scott? What the fuck? Why am I being humbled by the fucking funny animatronic game that all the fucking 6-7 kids are into? Kill it, Demon Bird. No, I love this. The prototype is already incredibly off-putting because of the stitching, because of the hollowed out eyes, because of the very, like, chalky, bony fucking faces. But then you see the final execution and it's barbarically scary. Like, ugh, disgusting. First of all, Uncanny Valley, the eyes are in 2 different time zones, and the mouth, it's huge, it's gaping, it has no teeth, it's a black hole. You can wonder if there's actually a face in there that might be. The fucking glasses are also adding intensity to the design. It's horrifying. The color scheme is drab, looks almost like dirty, would fit really well in the game's lighting, I'm sure. There's not a lot of wear and tear on this, but you don't need it because the fucking faces are so flawlessly fucking horrifying. This is a Michelin star meal, but the reason why a lot of mascot horror doesn't work for me is because I don't think that they understood the core tenets of making something look and feel scary. Secret of the Mimic does. And even if the game may or may not be great, even if it's jump scary, the visuals alone are strong enough to make me want to buy this. I'm pleasantly surprised. Lion, oh my god. Dude, you know why I think that they've perfected this? They're blending shape language really well. The bodies looked really friend shapes, but then you look at the face and it's like, ah! God, please do not put that in a child's birthday party. The incredibly wide, creepy smile and the teeny tiny eyes in giant sunken sockets are just, ew! The eyes were bigger and filled out, it could be almost friendly. Yeah, like, you can tell that there was an intent to make it friendly, but, it's not. It's knowing when to combine, when to bend and break rules that will make a character design really, really stand out. And it will allow you a lot of creativity and a lot of freedom to play with things, okay? This is breaking every rule of shape design because something this round and pudgy and soft looking should not feel this threatening, but it does. All the bodies have been either the same or really similar in prototype ones, with only the head being different. Yeah, because this is a mascot suit. The body should be the same to fit any type of actor that's gonna go in it. What you add to these is basically different clothes and different faces, right? So, to give so much personality to every single one of these, despite the base body being the same, is actually really impressive. Regale me with more the smile, Dave.
Would you like to eat my candy paws?
Of course, you little angel.
Not even the bright and peppy color scheme makes me think that this is friendly. Dude, and again, I love that these are prototypes because you can see where they drew on it in like magic marker to kind of show where the clothing would go, where the elements would go, where the eyelashes would go. You can't just like rush in when you're designing something like this. You can't just like, and I mean IRL making stuff like this. You can't just make the suit and that's it. You need to make revisions. You need to actually put the thing together in several prototypes before you actually put it into production. So I like that they added the prototype suits as well. And also, take note that the color scheme is super dissonant. Like, it's not cohesive at all, and that only adds to the uneasiness that this character can give you. Oh. Sharpay! This looked like my dog. This one's a bit less scary, I would argue, but it's still very off-putting, especially the prototype suit. This one's actually like an incredibly simple design. The only thing that it has is like the eyes, the really sharp teeth, and like the fur cuffs and ankle bands and like the ears and like hair. It's not a very complicated one, but it is off-putting. Not as much as some of the other ones. It's not like immediately making me fucking recoil in my seat, but I would still not like to be chased by this. Hedgehog, how is it stupid but also spooky? That's not Sonic. Oh, hi Sonic, what happened to Sonic? Oh no, Wave, put Sonic shoes on this. You look like a condom, but you also look like you're going to stab me with a shiv. That's masterful design. Why is FNAF good now? I don't get it. No, 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 absolutely not. Fuck! Ah! Please stop zooming in. Stop it, stop it. Oh my god, no, oh hell, no. If this did not have the FNAF name on it, it would still have been able to stand on its own. That's the thing. If this was not a FNAF game, it would have stood on its own just as well, just as strong. This looks like a fucking tweaked out Furby. This looks like it's going to devour my soul. This looks like it stitched a child into its stomach. The stretched out fabric that looks like actual flesh with stitching on it, horrific. Awful. Empreg, Greg. And also like garish, but somehow still really dull and like fucking like drab color scheme. This is terrifying. Please don't, like, at all get anywhere near me, I will cry. And it's all the same bad guy in these, isn't it? At its core, this is even more horrifying that it's one bad guy using all of these as its skin. Oh. Oh no. No. There's nothing more terrifying than something that looks vaguely human, but it's not, and it doesn't move like one either. Side note, if Toads had ever looked like this, I think the Mario franchise would have been a lot more interesting. I think that the actual fully dressed one is not that spooky, but the prototype is. The prototype looks like a thumb with a face. They still made this kind of ooky spooky because of like the really big sunken eyes and like just the one whole mouth. Do you guys remember Animal Crossing before they were fucking bitches? Where if you didn't save, Rossetti would yell at you? If you went to someone else's town on the GameCube and you didn't save, you would come back home to your Animal Crossing village and your face would look like this. I didn't know that it would go away on its own after a while. I thought your villager was just stuck like that, and I deleted my whole village. No, my villager is fugly! That's what this reminds me of. But yeah, Mycellium Man, not the scariest, still kind of off-putting though.
What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck.
Ah! They just keep getting worse. Oh my god! No! Hubby, hun, no! God, you don't understand. Hubby's helping with the presentation. Could you stop zooming in on the faces, dude? My guy! Love of my life! Asshole, zoom out! Oh my god, thank you. Pollination. This is gonna go for the fucking flower with the fat tits from Conker's Bad Fur Day. Oh, but the fucking prototype is horrific. It looks like a deformed skull. No, I hate this. But like, it's already bad, and then you add the eyes and the teeth, and it's like, Christ! This should not feel this fucking threatening. Also, the wings look like veins. Why are they veiny? This is terrifying. I love it. Actually, this looks like this is gonna be designed by me, Canyon. No cap.
You know too much.
Like, ugh.
It's the freak show, see the strange and bizarre. Step right up, we'd love to see you. We think you could be the star.
Dude, no. Sunken eyes, super wide smile, and intense shapes.
How I look at the judge before I plead guilty and say I don't regret anything.
There's actually some intense shapes inside of the outfit for this character, and like the face is pretty angular, but it's interesting that they all have like the same base body. It's something super friend-shaped that's not friend-shaped at all. This is worse, it directly stares at you. This is making eye contact. And the fact that it's a prequel makes it completely acceptable to not have any of the original Fazbear cast in here.
I'm back, bitches!
I spoke too soon. We're gonna get the super cursed prequel version of these. If you guys say that you would not fuck this, you're all fat phobic. Beep, 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 beep. Smash next. No! Oh my god, the beak! So these were originally not animatronics at all. These were actually costumes. Now it looks like a chicken. She roller skates towards you. How fast is it? Dude, I can see why they changed the design. This was horrific, but it still retained Chica's spirit completely. Because the face is still there. It's not as, like, round and blocky as the OG FNAF animatronics, because this is not meant to be an animatronic, but it still very much has the spirit. Chica, before she got yassified! Wave, throw glitter! The face is very gaunt. The mouth being open and having the tongue like that is really off-putting. There's more sharp, angular things. Despite the fact that it's pretty friend-shaped in general, there's a lot of triangles. The eyes being sunken in like that is just not helping. And the fact that it just has, like, the party time apron that does not at all fit well, it just makes it look off-putting. This definitely feels like Chica, but it does feel like a very, like, outdated version of Chica. Which is really interesting, right? Because this is the newest design. How the fuck did a designer manage to make something that is already super established in the franchise look dated as fuck? They're absolutely genius. Ah! Pet the cat. I don't want to touch it. I feel like it's gonna bite off my finger. Cat with homophobia. Heterochromia! This one's an actual ghost. Oh! Yeah, this is terrifying. I love the different eye colors and, like, how fucking zoomed out it looks. Like, they were trying to make it cute. They, failed miserably. I hope they keep this designer. Never let them go. Oh, no. I don't know what it is about this moon. That smile is not fucking friendly. It's not just the smile, it's a pinprick irises. Does he have 2 sets of teeth? Oh, wait, no, it's fucking fat lips! Oh, that, ooh. I hate this so much. It's round, it should be super friendly. It's not friendly. Even if the fact that it emits light, no. We are truly in the timeline that God has abandoned, chat. Fuck.
Music make you lose control. Music make
Dude, how big is this? It looks like it would be like a fairly large animatronic. Either it's super tiny or it's super big. It's like Protomimics, man. Oh, so it's probably gigantic. Angular, sharp, pointy, off-putting. This is already kind of ooky spooky, chat. Look at the booth. A person can fit in there. It has little hands. It's got literal girders for arms. I do like Steam Plug flavor music, man. But, like, let me see the actual, like, destroyed version. Okay, that's horrifying. The eyes, the fact that, like, one of the arms are, like, dangly and disgusting. Like, how would you even see this thing? It comes in through the ceiling, because it is the ceiling. His mouth is a music box thing. Ooh, it is, but somehow it looks super fucking creepy. Destroyed, it looks like Freddy. It does, actually. No, the masterfully done, eh? Masterful character designs in this one. Terrifying, I hate it. Nurse Dollie. Smash. No! If it's woman-shaped, I swear to God. This is still pretty off-putting even without it being broken down and gross. Because, like, the face is super uncanny valley. The eyes are way too big. The hair is super angular, like sheet metal. It's kind of gross. Wait, are those defibrillators? So in case a person, like, fucking gets a heart attack in the warehouse, they can fucking gank it. I like the animatronic feet on this, though, and I like how, like, jagged and, like, ew it looks. Edwin canonically fuck this. I have never played this. Wait, stop spreading misinformation. She's been hotter. No. Oh! We took all of the horror elements and we dialed them up to 20, huh? Melty, super uncanny valley, super unsafe looking, super dirty, super worn down, angular, like, no, oh fuck. Dude, this designer's a fucking genius.
My name is...
Oh my god, you're still alive? These ones actually not scary, because these are like the older FNAF school of design. But they're still funny, so they merited a mention. I've been like fucking starving lately, I don't know why. I guess because it's cold. Mr. Helpful. Oh, is this Proto Freddy? Oh, Proto Helpy. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I see it. It's kind of cute, though. Is this one actually good? Because this one actually has, like, the shape and design language of it being friendly. He just talks. Okay, yeah, no wonder. So this one doesn't look scary at all. It actually looks pretty cute. Very friend-shaped. Fun, dynamic angles, approachable, open. Even the posing needs to actually look open if a character is friendly, by the way. Like, spread arms. It's relaxed posture. A smile that isn't too wide or too little. The eyes are big, but they're cartoony big, so they make sense, you know? Mr. Helpful is actually a pretty cute-looking character. Mrs. Helpful. Okay, I think that this one's similar. Again, pretty cute. Seems very approachable. They seem very sweet. They're clean. They're well-maintained. They're well put together. They don't have super exaggerated features. These are, like, very, very intentionally designed to make you feel at ease. It's really, really great use of shapes and silhouettes. I would pay good money for the concept art for Secret of the Mimic. I would. The puppet crew. Foxy!
Yarg, how may I be of service to ya?
Was this Foxy's first iteration? Wow, he does not look like a meth head here. Yes, he actually looks cute. The puppets, not so much. But like, I like it though, because Foxy actually looks pretty approachable. But then you look at the puppets, and the puppets are a little bit more, yeah, the puppets are a little bit more zoomed out, a little bit more off-putting, but they're all very neat anyways, so they're not that bad. They look a little bit derpier as opposed to outright scary. I do like them. They all have very, like, cohesive designs. And, drive the knife in deep, why don't you? Poor Roxanne! That's so mean! But Foxy looks fucking great. Also, note how much lighter these are in color and lighting. I don't know if these jump scare you. I don't feel like they do, though, because their shape language is very sweet. It's very friend-shaped. Their colors are really bright. They're very clean. Like, these don't look that scary. They do. Huh? Oh, so these are meant to, like, trick you into thinking, oh, it's fine. Another way you can use design language to your advantage is by making something not look threatening and then beating you over the head with it with a stick. Your PNG looks like it can jump scare people. I probably can. Digi-Typer. Oh. You look like you're meant to be helpful, but you're kind of ooky spooky, and I don't like it. Oh, the eyes being, like, milky white and dead. The bot's ancestor. Oh! I like the wheels, and I like the, like, typing. I also like that he has, like, an oven. But his face is super kind of uncanny robot face. I don't like it at all. Prototype. Oh. Oh. Okay, so this is the first prototypes for Freddy Fazbear, then. Fascinating. You can tell it's him because of the posturing and because of, like, the hands and, like, feet, but it doesn't have a head. This looks kind of horrific. It has, like, it's a testing dummy for sure. It's off-putting for sure, but you can tell it's Freddy because it has, like, the traditional FNAF shapes in the body. It's rounded out and blocky at the same time, but it's not completed. It looks broken down and gross and like it's not finished yet. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot.
Yes, I like that.
It even has the microphone. Yeah. 10 out of 10 so far on the fucking horror and allusion to other Fazbear characters without being super on the nose about them. Oh, ew. Oh, ew, oh, ew, ew. Like, wasn't Bonnie the one fucking animatronic that scared the fuck out of Scott? Yeah, I can see why, Scott. Oh, I hate it. Oh, this is terrible. Like, I love the test. Oh my god, the eyes. Ah! Again, this is actually fascinating property of fucking William Afton. This is fascinating in, like, terms of, like, lore and the fucking design progression of, like, the actual in-game timeline. Because this is when they were starting to fuck with, like, the actual robots that were kind of, like, blockier. That had no people in them, but could still probably have someone in them if need be. Again, we use Uncanny Valley to the best of our ability. And despite the fact that this should be very friend-shaped, it's not. Not even a little bit. It's actually clear. Yeah, I can see the endo underneath it. Oh, ew. Bonnie. Cool. Yeah, they preserved the thing that made Wither Bonnie scary, which was, like, not having a face at all. That's really clever. You know what? Compared to the OG Chica, this is way scary. Way scarier. Ew! Oh my god, just get rid of the eyes and immediately it's 10 times creepier. Do not say what. No! No, chat! This is just not even finished. I love that the cupcake is there. So these are the nightmares that chased us around the first FNAF game before they were completed. Ew, oh, fucking vile. It's funny because you can see that they were assembling the suit on top of the endoskeleton, which ties to the OG FNAF lore that they were trying to stuff you into a suit if they could. Fascinating how, like, they actually did use the lore from the first few games to make these. Again, design with purpose. If you design with purpose, you can make things 10 times scarier. This is really, really good. Prototype cupcake. Vile creature will bite your dick off. Do not touch it. How is it that every time I see Foxy, he has less and less body parts? This looks like they were only just building the endo for it. Shiver me timbers, please don't. Oh god, oh, I love the directions on the fucking eyeball to show, like, where it's supposed to look. Fun fact, if you ever lose an eye and you need to get a prosthetic fitted, they, like, put, like, alginate into your eye, and then they, like, put a peg in it to, like, see where your iris will go, because prosthetic eyes are designed in such a way that they move very naturally. And when they're, like, seeing where they're going to put the iris of the eye, they do mark that. So it doesn't go in a different direction.
So these things were commissioned by William and Henry before Edwin died. Ed wanted all Springlocks but changed to basic animatronics.
Yeah, you can definitely see that they were just starting to build the Fazbear empire with these animatronics-wise. But, like, it's very rudimentary robotics, but, like, it became the animatronics that we all know and that have become so iconic now. Fascinating. Protomimics! Oh, these are... Oh my god, the plane! These are just silly. They're cute. I don't think that these are scary, but I think that the point to make these is to make these fucking funny. Green barrel with mimic eyes. And then arms with mimic eyes. Was William bored when he was making these? Like, holy shit. Like, Edwin, but yes. Microwave with mimic eyes. And then trash can with mimic eyes. How the fuck are these fucking standing? How the fuck are these running around? These look like garbage. The Mimic made these. Oh, that explains a lot, actually. This is like the Mimic trying to dick around and create the perfect life form. Aha! Captain Springlock. Chewbacca. Proto-Springlock suits, but these were actually safe. Oh, before we had budget cuts and cutting corners that got people fucking ganked. The interesting thing to note is that you can tell that this is one that you can use. Because this one's not at all scary. This looks way more approachable and way more usable than the other scary designs in this game so far. I like the hand cannon, I like the octopus. I do like the marine life all over this. Is the tongue for the character wagging out of its mouth? That's kind of cute, actually. It looks like a very, like, cutesy, shaggy little dog. Or a bear! You killed Bonnie! This one actually does not look that friendly, and it's a lot more worn down and destroyed. And we don't like Monty. We hate Monty. Monty, eat a fucking dick. Monty was framed by the Mimic. No, he did it. I appreciate the attempt to justify the new characters by retroactively making them old characters that just existed outside of our wheelhouse until recently. Yeah, that was actually a very, very clever touch, which allowed them to not just expand the chat. Trust me, there's a fuck ton of these. But actually give it a good reason to expand the cast and make it scarier.
Bub.
Bub has the OG FNAF shape language and all of the charisma of a pet rock. Zero Riz. This has no Riz. Completely Rizless. Like, FNAF OC? Arf. Barf. Bub might be a reference to Sparky the dog, the first FNAF hoax. FNAF hoax? Oh. This one, rightfully so, is horrific. Look at that face. That is the face that only a mother could love, except not really, she threw up immediately. Fun fact, you can wear this in-game. What? I don't want to get in this. I feel like this, you know, I think it's on purpose that it feels like this would Springlock you, because if you know, you know. Again, horror designs, long gaunt face, no eyes, angular, creepy, worn down, disgusting. Okay. So this is not the same thing as Freddy. This is the Springlock suit. Fredbear is different. Oh my god, Golden Freddy. But can I just say how talented this character designer is, that these definitely feel like a different era in the Fazbear company's history? It feels like the other costumes that were in the warehouse were just kind of like laid to the wayside as they embraced this new technology, and they changed their design philosophy completely. While it is really advanced, it's also colder, more rigid, more corporate, less friend-shaped. It feels like in Secret of the Mimic that they're going through a transition into the Fazbear that we know from like the first games. It's brilliantly crafted in terms of visual storytelling from a character design perspective. Kind of clown, kind of ooky spooky bear. It's spring locked for sure because your head should fit in there. That's why there's so much room, and that's why the head is lifted in such a weird way, because your head could fit in there. It's supposed to be able to fit in there. Look at how, like, the suit is laid out, so your arms can actually go in, your legs can actually go in. Like, this is actually a suit, but without the fuzzy fursuit on top of it, that would make it look way cuter. This is not at all cute. This is horrifying. Rock the I love him. No notes. Perfect character. The fucking eyebrows and mustache made of seaweed. He's the best. He's radical. He has all the instruments. He's super fun. He looks super friendly, and I love this character, even though you should not have hands. Fun fact, if an octopus never loses its virginity, they could live for much longer. They get post-nut clarity so bad that they die.
Oh, sad.
Mannequin, sure, why not? Terrifying, actually. A lot of the costume character designs were probably modeled on these. These are actually super fucking common when you're doing like costume design and stuff, because you have to be able to fit and pin and stitch outfits on a body, and it's very difficult to do that on a real person. So you use mannequins. Nowadays that there's mannequins that you can even adjust the size of. And these all have like guidelines and notes that like tell you where the body is split up. USA standard measurement, okay? Yeah, this is a standard measurement size 9 mannequin. If you touch them, they talk and alert the mimic. Oh, ew. They make sound. Ew, why? I like Edwin's company logo being a bow tie. I think it's cute. And I think that was the last one. And with that, we can safely conclude the FNAF character review. By this point in time, I was expecting this to be boring, dated. We've seen her, honest to God. But you know what? They were giving, and they were living, and they were serving. The character designer is ridiculously talented. They did an amazing job breaking the rules of character design for horror. They went above and beyond to not just design very unique mascots that actually were scary, but also design a character progression that shows the history of the company. Like, it's an amazing original mimic. Get mad at Spanish! I don't care! I'm finishing my review! Fine! Cállense, todos. Shh.
That's his name. He's David.
Like, I could see why Spanish didn't put this one in, because it's just genuinely the fucking mimic from Help Wanted. The eyes are different, though. The eyes are like that orange thing that we see in a lot of the animatronics in the actual game. But at its core, it's an endosuit, so it's a pretty basic character design, which makes sense if this is supposed to be able to, like, mimic every animatronic in the game or every, like, mascot in the game. So it should be versatile. I have a feeling you don't see this one very often, though. These are not good pictures for stream, but I'm gonna put it in anyway. Oh my god, it's horrifying. It's disgusting. Yeah, I can see why Spanish didn't put this one in. This is a terrible picture. But you know what? It's Whittle, okay? Baby mimic. It's Whittle. Oh, it's the tiger. Oh. Is all the lore people right now trying to fucking figure out who the mimic is, if anyone? I like the idea that it's just a rogue AI. All right, but yeah, to redo my outro, I'm very pleasantly surprised that the later games had so much sauce in their designs. I was expecting it to be really, really dated and really boring. But no, they cooked. They served even. Like, the character designer is insanely talented. I hope that they keep them for future Five Nights at Freddy's games, because at its core, you could play Secrets of the Mimic on its own, not knowing it was a FNAF game, and it would still stand up super well. Like, if anything, I would say that the new characters that they introduced are better than the old stuff. They're like a breath of fresh air. They're actually all incredibly unsettling. It's really fun to see the progression from, like, company that had a bit more artistry in it to Cold Corpo Robot. Much to my chagrin and great surprise, Five Nights at Freddy's has actually had a pretty interesting evolution in their character design, and it's only gotten better. And now I'm curious to see, if they make another one, what it's going to look like, because they did a really great job with Secret of the Mimic, and I really do hope that they start adding a little bit more atmosphere to their horror games as opposed to just making jump scares. I might play Secret of the Mimic just to fucking see what all the fuss is about, but I'm liking where it's going. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't want to get fucking chased by the Mimic and you don't want to have the stamina to outrun that bastard, go get some G-subs. Use code KINKIMATION at checkout for 10% off, because they will energize you so you can yeet yourself into safety, chat, alright?